Oh, sure. Yes, definitely.
His expectations are up to here, and there's only so much time in a day that you can get the work done.
Right.
So it sounds like you probably need to sit down and talk with him if you haven't already. Have you tried to talk to him about this?
You ever met him?
No, I've never met him. So you feel like he would be somebody who would be difficult to talk to?
He is, but he's, you know, I'll just have to, you know, find him on a good day, you know, and be able to sit down and have a real conversation with him. Maybe we'll bring in human resources. That's always a fun thing to do.
Oh, goodness. All right. All right, so we're not going to focus on changing him. We're going to talk a little bit more about the technique we were talking about earlier, about your automatic thoughts and how they affect your emotions and how your emotions affect your behavior, which you've been having some negative consequences. So do you mind if we do a little bit of a cognitive triangle? You ever heard of that?
Yeah. Well, you just explained that to me a minute ago.
All right then. Okay. So
It sounds like a disease.
okay. Well, it's not a disease. It's a technique that
Okay.
it actually has been proven to work for lots of people, and I think that you can probably have some pretty good results with this.
Okay.
All right. So we talked about automatic thoughts, right? So if it's okay, I'm going to write some of this down so you can get a good visual.
Right away.
All right. So let's talk about, you said you feel inadequate. Although, like I gave you, I mean, we broke down facts to back up the fact that you're not inadequate as a restaurant manager. You've been doing this for years, you've gotten promotions, but still you feel thoughts of inadequacy.
Sure.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on that? Like what kind of things pop in your head when you're feeling inadequate and that you...
What makes me feel inadequate?
Like, do you feel like you can't do it? You said something about...
Well, I mean, I guess the same thoughts that I think everyone always struggles with as far as, are they inadequate? You know, can't handle more, you know, or you know, is it possible to be able to handle more than what you're handling right now?
So are you doing enough? Or...
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm doing enough. Do you question your capability? That's what I'm kind of hearing. Are you capable of doing what it takes to get the job done?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And what other things pop in your head? Like, what other thoughts cause you to feel inadequate?
Time management. You know, I mean, am I using my time wisely here to be able to handle everything that I need to do?
Okay. Well, can you tell me a little bit more about the thought that pops in your head, like, that makes you feel inadequate, though? Like, what kind of things, like, I can't do this, or things like that? Like the thoughts that are negative that's associated with it is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
Like I'm not good enough, maybe?
Yeah. I just sometimes feel like I can't handle this. You know, it's I mean, maybe I'm not what he expects me to be, you know, or other people he's worked with before that's worked under him, you know. Maybe I'm not as good as they were. You know?
Okay, that's
maybe they
good.
had a cake.
So other people have been better. Okay. And when you have thoughts like that, how does that make you feel emotionally? Like, let's talk about the emotions that are associated with that. Like, what kind of feelings do you have?
Well, that's not good.
What do you feel? Like I saw in the referral, you were talking about depression. So Like, do you feel sad a lot, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, it bothers me because, I mean, I feel like I've always been pretty good at my job, you know, and been able to manage to keep a job for this long, you know, and then that kind of bothers me. I mean, it depresses me in a way that, you know.
So it makes you sad and feel down. And I saw also that you were having some anger issues and snapping a lot too. So would it be fair to say that you were irritable?
You've been talking to my wife.
No, I have not. So irritable, angry.
You know, I really, yes, angry and irritable, because I mean, I really just, I guess I just expect people to understand what I'm going through.
Right.
You know.
And they won't always.
No.
Understand. Sounds like you have a lot on your plate here. So, okay, so we've talked about your automatic thoughts. We've talked about how those thoughts make you feel. So now I guess we probably need to talk about your behaviors. And you said something about drinking. So you've been drinking a lot more because of this.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I say no? Can I lie?
Well, don't lie about it.
Right. Yes. Well.
So in drinking, higher blood pressure.
Yes, my blood pressure is up, according to the doctor.
Blood pressure. What else? What other things?
Well, I lose some sleep. Yeah.
Okay, loss of sleep.
Yes.
You mentioned poor appetite. I saw in the referral you were punching walls. Is that still something that's been happening?
No.
Okay.
No, but I do rearrange all the boxes in my freezer. It's good to go to a cold place, you know,
Okay.
No one's around, and when you're going to throw little fits, you know.
Right. So you go in there and throw fits.
Might have punched a box or two.
All right. That's good. And I ask you these things because I'm trying to help you. You know, it's not, I'm never judging you when we're talking about these things, because that sounds like a pretty natural reaction to have when someone's making you feel inadequate. You've done the same thing for 24 years, yet some guy from college comes in and thinks he knows how to do your job better.
Right.
I can see how that would be frustrating for you. So do you kind of see here, Chris, how your thoughts can cause negative feelings, and how the negative feelings can cause the unwanted behavior?
Yes, so like negative feelings as a result of.
So what would you say your goal is, like looking at all of this?
Well, I mean, I guess I just kind of want, you know, I mean, I want less stress and to be able to, you know, go back to where I was before, you know, this boss took over and all of this came about, and I guess to be happy again, you know, I mean.
Do you want to feel happy?
Sure.
Okay. Well, you know, I know we talked about this in a previous session, but there's things that you can control, and then there's things that you can't control. And you can't control exactly what your boss does to you, or like his expectations, but you can control how you feel about it, especially if it's incorrect, which it sounds like it is. Would you agree with that part?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. So do you mind doing a little bit of homework for me?
No, I don't mind.
Can we write down a little bit of something to maybe help you